It's not left and right. It's not even Republican or Democrat. There's one line that divides us. Do you love America or do you hate America? It's really quite that simple.
Wow. No, we call that freedom of speech, and that is what it means to be really American. Nick and Steve here from the Vocal Minority on Really American Media.
I'm going to use a little of my free speech real quickly just to remind you to subscribe to the channel. We love to put this content out, and if you like it, if it helps you in your life, hit that subscribe button, dude. That way you'll get everything we do.
Yeah, we're trying to get this channel to 1 million subscribers, so please take 2 seconds, hit the subscribe button. Okay, so that little tease at the beginning there, that is Sebastian Gorka, one of Trump's crony henchmen, and it makes me want to vomit. We're un-American because we have a different opinion.
There's so much to break down in that clip, and that was just a tease. I've got the full clip, Steve. We should play exactly what he said and then just kind of go over this content of Gorka.
It's not left and right. It's not even Republican or Democrat. There's one line that divides us. Do you love America or do you hate America? It's really quite that simple. And we have people who love America, like the president, like his cabinet, like the directors of his agencies, who want to protect Americans. And then there is the other side that is on the side of the cartel members, on the side of the illegal aliens, on the side of the terrorists. And you have to ask yourself, are they technically aiding and abetting them? Because aiding and abetting criminals and terrorists is a crime in federal statute, Rob.
There is so much to say about this clip, but first I'm going to say I am so tired of this narrative being pushed that we are un-American because we want things like freedom of speech, due process, all this kind of stuff. We weren't allowed to wave the American flag for the first Trump term, and we kind of took that back. But yeah, we're American, dude. You're the one that's not.
Yeah, no, that is one of the most un-American clips I've heard out of the Trump White House yet. And it really does make me want to vomit because obviously, freedom of speech, dissent, the right to peaceably protest. I mean, that is what this country is supposed to be all about. And this mindset that you're with us or you're against us, I've never felt more like we live in North Korea or Russia or something, hearing that sort of unpatriotic garbage.
It's really a dangerous precedent to lay down when we think about things like due process. The importance of due process could also, if we take it away anyhow, could land you in jail as an innocent person and you could be locked up forever and always. So due process is something we want to keep around.
Yeah, so Gorka said all that un-American stuff, but what did King Trump say? He certainly can't be agreeing with this level of censorship and hating on us liberal Americans.
No.
And these newspapers are really no different than a highly paid political operative. And it has to stop. It has to be illegal. It's influencing judges, and it's really changing law, and it just cannot be legal. I don't believe it's legal.
It has to be illegal. It is literally in the Constitution that we have freedom of speech, freedom of the press. And it's as old as George Washington's teeth, this idea that we get to criticize the president and not go to jail for it.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest things about our country. You know, we are allowed to say what we think. And as long as that's not, I mean, there's a couple of things you can't say about the president. Otherwise, it's free and open. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're spot on as always, Nick. So here's the thing. Let me just run down a quick list of some of the people, some of the entities that Trump has said are un-American and should be punished. Universities, we're hearing a lot about that right now. He's going after law firms that, tried to prosecute him, career officials that had investigated him. He's calling for us to impeach judges. And then he's gone after Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, SNL, and who am I forgetting? Who else has he been targeting so much?
Well, I mean, he's a great enemy of Rachel Maddow, or she's an enemy of his, So, yeah, he's been saying, Rachel Maddow, she doesn't say great things. I would like to take her down for a long time. Let's listen to this clip.
I watch this MSNBC, which is a threat to democracy, actually. Their ratings are absolutely down. This Rachel Maddow, what does she have? She's got nothing. Nothing. She took a sabbatical where she worked one day a week. They paid her a lot of money. She gets no ratings. I should go against her in the ratings because I'll tell you, she gets no ratings. All she does is to talk about Trump, 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 Trump. These people are really, they lie. They shouldn't be allowed to lie every night. They are really a vehicle of the Democrat Party.
Rachel Maddow has nothing except a college degree. She's a Rhodes Scholar, and his good buddy Sean Hannity over at Fox News is literally a college dropout. And yeah, she's covering Trump, the president who is trying to destroy democracy. I think that's newsworthy.
Yeah, stop giving her things to cover. And I mean, you can continue to give her things to cover if you want to do some positive things. I'm sure she'd talk about those as well. But when you say she's lie, they shouldn't be allowed to do that. It's again projection from Mr. Trump there. All he does is lie. And Fox News, are you frickin' kidding me?
Right, exactly. If journalists should be locked up for lying and spreading propaganda, then yeah, Sean Hannity and company should be in handcuffs by the end of the day. So, speaking of our good buddies there at Fox News, in air quotes, what do some of those talking heads have to say about all this?
The Bulls lost 60 games in 2019, so why the hat? Can Garcia name anyone on the team? Anyone on any Bulls team besides Jordan? Everyone from El Salvador knows what it means when you wear a Bulls hat. It means you're MS-13. When you're in Compton, you don't accidentally wear red and say, oh, I didn't know red was Bloods.
It's so insulting on so many frickin' levels, dude, to the people of Compton. But to try and paint this guy as a gang member, show the proof. Pam Bondi, we're asking for the proof. Lay it all down of where there's actual proof that he is a registered MS-13 gang member.
Yeah, no, and that's a great example of the president just trying to deport people he doesn't like, trying to censor. He feels that's in his power, so he can do that. And Jesse Waters, I just want to punch him in the throat. I mean,
so does his own mother.
Yeah, right? I mean, the notion that only MS-13 wear Bulls fans, except for a Bulls hat, except for the millions of Bulls fans around the world, and the idea that if you don't know the entire Bulls lineup, you're not allowed to wear the hat. I mean, how many high school kids are walking around wearing Nirvana T-shirts right now that have no idea Nirvana's even a band? Are they all terrorists? Should we deport them too?
Completely. I mean, if this is the standard that we're following, I think a lot of us are in trouble. I know that I own sports memorabilia, clothing, that I don't know much about the team, so I should be on the lookout. Of
course. It's preposterous. Nick, is there anybody in the right-wing world that is actually sane enough to call this out for what it is?
That's a good question, dude. How long will it take until we can get a multitude of them to do it? Because that's what is really going to move the needle. But let's see if we can find just one.
Now, all President Trump has to do is say to this guy, you're going to, send him back. And in 10 seconds, the guy would be on a plane coming back. El Salvador's not going to defy the Trump administration. They're making billions of dollars from us down there. Okay? So if we want him back, but Trump doesn't want him back. And this is a big mistake because the Supreme Court's watching this. And the Supreme Court obviously wants this guy to get due process, which he should get. He is under the asylum court jurisdiction in Maryland now. He's applied for asylum. And you kick him out, and now the Supreme Court says, yeah, you got to bring him back.
Hallelujah. Bill Riley. I mean, I can already see the MAGA world turning and saying, oh, well, Bill Riley, he may have dementia, like something's not right. No, he's exactly right. Due process. Supreme Court said we have to do it. If you want a country, we have to follow these three branches equally.
Yeah, we have to follow the Constitution, and freedom of speech is part of it. And yeah, kudos to Bill O'Reilly. I didn't think I'd ever say that, but a broken clock is right twice a day. Nick and Steve, though, we are right 24/7, as is everyone here on Really American Media. So make sure you subscribe to this page, and we will be back with more.
It's Nick and Steve from the vocal minority for Really American Media.